They built an entire village inside a volcano. And it wasn't a mistake. It was their only chance to survive. Most people think of volcanoes as places to escape, not places to build a home. But Japan did the unthinkable. It built a city in the middle of a volcanic island in one of the most dangerous regions on Earth. Why? What made anyone believe this was a good idea? Today we're going deep into the forgotten story of Aogashima, Japan's volcanic village, and the bizarre reasons why it exists, why it was abandoned, and why people came back. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at islands or survival the same way again. Let's start with the basics. Aogashima is the southernmost village in Tokyo's jurisdiction. Yes, you heard that right. It's technically part of Tokyo, but it's over 358 kilometers away, floating in the Pacific Ocean like a hidden world no one talks about. From above, it looks like something out of a fantasy novel, a perfect ring of mountains, surrounding a smaller volcano inside a larger one. It's what geologists call a caldera within a caldera. Locals call it home. But how did this tiny, dangerous island become the site of a real community? The story begins in the early 1600s, a time of deep hunger across Japan. Crops were failing, resources on the mainland were stretched thin, but a few brave explorers set their eyes on the volcanic islands to the south, desperate to find new sources of food, shelter, and fertile soil. That's when they found Aogashima. Its volcanic soil was unusually rich, perfect for farming, and the surrounding waters overflowing with fish. It was dangerous, yes, but it was also a lifeline. So they stayed. Despite the storms, despite the earthquakes, despite the constant fear that the volcano might wake up, and for over a century, it worked. But paradise came with a price. In 1785, Aogashima erupted. The eruption was so massive it killed nearly half the island's population. The survivors fled in panic, not knowing if they could ever return. And for nearly 50 years, Aogashima became a ghost island. No humans, no farming, just the silent rumble of a mountain that had claimed its territory back. But then, in a move no one expected, they returned. In the 1790s, whispers began again among Japan's southern adventurers. They said the volcano had gone quiet, that the soil was still fertile, that the sea hadn't changed, that maybe, just maybe, they could try again. This wasn't a government decision. It was a human decision, a gamble by families who had nothing left to lose. People packed up what they had, boarded small boats, and made the brutal journey through wind and wave to try again. One name stands out, Giudario Sasaki. In 1817, he led a major repopulation effort that changed everything. By 1835, Japan conducted an official land survey, marking Aogashima not as a ghost but as a legitimate part of its territory again. Against all logic, Aogashima was alive. But here's the real question: why did anyone choose to stay? Even today, Aogashima sits in one of the most seismically active regions in the world. There are no airports, no large hospitals, and the only way to reach it? A boat ride that gets canceled in bad weather, or a helicopter ride that costs hundreds of dollars? And yet, 170 people still live there. Not because they're stuck, but because they want to. So what's life actually like inside a volcano? Surprisingly, peaceful. There's one school, one bar, one police station, a geothermal sauna, free electricity from underground heat. People farm sweet potatoes and turmeric. They fish. They live simply. The center of the island, the smaller crater, is off limits. It's a reminder the volcano is still there, still sleeping, still unpredictable. But the people have a deep belief in nature's balance. They've built their lives with the volcano, not against it. There's even an evacuation plan in place, practiced regularly, and every home has emergency kits. They're prepared, but not afraid. Here's the paradox. Aogashima is one of the most dangerous places in Japan to live. And yet, it's also one of the most peaceful. No crime, no traffic, no crowds, no stress, just silence, sea, and survival. In a world full of cities choking on pollution and noise, Aogashima feels like a time capsule, a whisper of a different way to live. It makes you wonder, maybe danger isn't the thing that destroys us. Maybe it's comfort. Maybe a little risk is what keeps us truly alive. Aogashima isn't just a place on a map. It's a story of human resilience, of people who turned a death zone into a lifeline. It's a reminder that survival isn't about avoiding danger. It's about adapting to it. From its fiery birth to its forgotten abandonment, From deadly eruptions to peaceful repopulation, Aogashima stands as one of Japan's greatest contradictions. A city inside a volcano, still alive, still thriving, and still, somehow, hidden in plain sight. Want to see more unbelievable places like this? Click the video on screen now. It's even crazier than this one.